Ah, what a nice day to lose my mind and fight the Abyss Watchers. Absolutely perfect. So, we are in FlynnTSR, and our goal is to, well, do what we've been doing so far, but on Abyss Watchers. I'm trying to think about with which weapon I would do it. Because like I haven't upgraded a bunch of weapons, but I could be having more, you know. Someone sent me a message real quick. Okay. I need to put the stream thingy back. Wait, why is it not showing anything? Okay, I need to reload it because it might be. Oh, the page just failed to load. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So, for the business, how do I do Abyss Watchers? Yeah, I said that I would try with a rapier because of the repose damage. I also need to check another thing, which requires me to look at some stuff. Wow, that gives a lot of items. Oh, it gives infinite rotten pine resin. Okay, I do want to know. I do want to know if I can. I do want to know which consumable. How do I unlock the dark consumable? Because I don't remember. Where are the buffs? No, that's multiplayer tools. Where are the buffs? I guess if I go on consumables. Consumable body buff? Weapon buffs, there you go. Oh, it's patches. So I guess I can have access to patches. I just haven't unlocked them yet, but I can have access to patches. Also, I have 48. I have 43,000. I have no idea how legitimate those 43,000 are. I'm going to go on a limb and say probably not much. And I will already start the cheat engine gimmicks by first turning on the cheat engine properly and also giving myself the Ornate ring. Also scripts, build creation, item gib, and the item in question is called the Ornate ring. I also wanted to gift myself something else, but I don't recall. I don't recall what exactly. So there you go, we got the Ornate ring. Now, if I was actually a good player, I'd be trying to parry Abyss Watchers. I probably won't try. I've done it once, it's not particularly interesting. So, unfortunately, Rotten Pine Resin gives me nothing, so that's a waste, I would say. So I've got Fahrenheit Perimeter. I'm going to try to do it immediately with the rapier. Although I do want to do one boss with the bow, but I'm not sure which boss, and it's not going to be an easy boss like fucking what's its name? it's not going to be an easy boss like Old Demon King or something like that. Do I have the Leo ring? I do have the Leo ring. But then I'd lose the lingering giant crab thing. Oh, whatever. If I set myself here, I shouldn't be aggro. Okay, so now I... Oh shit, I'm embered. So the calculations are different. And I have no idea how much HP I actually have. Hero... Let's heal to full. And see how much HP I actually have. So I have 523 HP. And I need 30% plus 1 HP to survive. So 52. That's 156. So I will put it at 157, and I think that should be good. Oh my god, I rolled so early. But honestly, the damage was very, very good. So, in order to adjust some stuff, I need to type 121 and then save it. Okay. So 121, and I need to have the teleport to watches. Okay, yeah, I think that's... Well, actually, I don't think it would have mattered, but I just made sure that I actually opened the door before I went into the room. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I just need to wait. I know it's boring, but I really can't afford. Oh my god. I was checking in to make sure that nothing wrong happened, and I unfortunately misjudged the distance between me and the Abyss Watcher, so that's unfortunate. least the restart is fairly easy, and also I use 2 charcoal pine resin for some reason. Honestly, thankfully they're not that bulky. Oh my god! I was like, hold on a minute. I could be doing the Elana strats. So if you don't know, if you have high enough stats on the Elana fight in Dark Souls 2, you can actually just kill Velstadt in relatively quick manner. Because it's only phase 1 Velstadt. And you don't have to deal with the bulk that he has. So he's not very that bulky, and also he has like less than half of the health that he has in the boss fight. So yeah, on the Elana fight, it's not unreasonable to just kill Velstadt if you have the damage to do so, especially if you have a blunt weapon. Yep, that's not a good idea. I was really hoping he would do something else. Oh my god, that's so sad. I got cursed by the tight Dark Souls hitbox. Like, that was so disappointing. I nearly TP'd 2 Deacons, that would not have been good. Yeah, I heard him coming back up and I was like, nope. I'm not attempting any of this. Okay. Attack me! That was a counter frost! Like, if I had like a smidge more range, like not much, but a smidge more range, I would have actually managed to outspace him and get a free counter frost attack. Though, to be fair, I think the Leo ring is not necessary. And also I haven't tried to go for the backstab once. Oh, I'm not sure why I have the Ornate ring either. But I guess I just can't I just can't apply the buff in question. Okay, let's rush. Oh, they just sorted each other out. That's very convenient. I'm actually worried about Phase 2 because I have a tendency of making huge mistakes against Phase 2 Abyss Watchers. Also, I hope I won't be in a bad position. I'm facing away, that's not good. Okay. There you go. Oh my god, that's... Oh my god, that charge attack missing is the saddest thing ever. But at the very least I know the fight is really doable with the damage I have. What? Oh my god. I didn't tap the button because I wanted to make sure that I had the right timing. But if I tap the button, I lived there. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. I'm having really interesting fights. That's kind of what I was seeking. Short but very interesting fights. I think the other one is also awake, yeah. So I need to find a way for Red Eye to take aggro of the other ones, because... Okay. I'll be having that. I think I could have a free attack, because now he's going to start running. Oh my god, I forgot he would do that. Sometimes you can do this jump attack and immediately go back to neutral. But not this time. That's entirely my fault. Watches. Honestly, what makes it also enjoyable is the fact that restarting the fight is very easy. Okay, both of them are awake, but the problem is that I'm going to be probably too close to one of them. Yeah. Also, I just realized. Wait. Oh yeah, but the first two attacks I don't have RTSR yet. Ah, I tried so fucking hard to skip that. Honestly, it could have worked if they moved a tiny bit differently. If like the ally watcher, if the ally watcher actually um if the ally watcher actually dashed to me, it would have meant that I would have been free to attack the regular watcher. But they just stuck next to each other and it was impossible to do anything. Oh my god, I thought this back was turned to me. That's unfortunate. I'm speedrunning dying to Abyss Watchers, that's very funny. Yeah, no. And the red eye was going to focus me. Okay, I need to find a way to start the setup so the red eye aggroes not me. Which means I would need to get to the corner of the room, which isn't an ideal position, but would allow me to do stuff. Okay, perfect. I'm afraid of getting a bit too close to him, so... Okay, can't punish. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna use that immediately to level up. And now I need to open my other... Oh yeah, it's probably muted. Okay. I'm trying to find... Where did I write this? Maybe here. Maybe in this save. Not the save file, but... Okay, so I need to write Abyss Watchers was with the rapier. So I don't use it again accidentally. Okay. So next boss is going to be Volnir. And for Volnir, I actually have two solutions, which are either the Reinforced Club or the Great Club. And I think the Reinforced Club, like the Great Club would allow me to break the braces like in one go. But I think the Reinforced Club might be what I need. And because I have access to Smoldering Lake, it means that I now will have infinite large Titanite shards, which, come to think of it, I already have, I think.
Welcome, speak very well, then take nourishment.
So let's do some bit of leveling again.
Farewell, Ashen One, made of...
Ah, 'tis wasn't.
Yeah, because I have infinite large Titanite shard already. It's just that I did not allow myself to go to +6 yet. But here you can definitely find enough in Smoldering Lake. So yeah, Reinforced Club. I probably will try that. And I'm going to do ODK, but actually I'm going to do ODK after I've sent patches to Irophil. Which, come to think of it, will kill kill Grey Rats. I said patches, I meant Grey Rats. Honestly, you know what? Let me make sure that I get everything right. I'm going to give myself every weapon to +6 that I can possibly think of. So I need scripts, item gib, and the upgrade level is going to be +6 for any weapon so far. So, to give myself every weapon I can access, which I've not acquired yet, obviously. Great Wooden Hammer will be acquired. I will also get one of these, thank you. So, Great Wooden Hammer. I'm not going to give myself the Drank Hammers because they suck shit. But Cathedral Knight Greatsword I will also give to myself. Which actually could be a decent weapon for Volnir. Only the problem is that the charge attack I would try to use against Volnir actually the charge attack is frost damage, so that wouldn't be it. What else? What else could I be using? I will get the Black Bow of Ferris. Black Bow of Ferris. I do want to use a bow at some point, because I use the crossbow. Actually, I'm just gonna look at the lists. I have the entire list of items, so I could just look and see what I get. So these are the daggers. I wanted to have a dagger. I wanted to have the Corvian Great Knife. No other daggers so far. Broken straight sword. So in the straight swords, is there one that the barbed straight sword? I wanted to have that. Executioner's Greatsword, Unrestricted Sword. Recount Rapier, no. Scimitar, Falcon, Showtail. I think the Showtail is a very nice weapon because it's like very light. Actually I need to open the page for that, but Pontiff Knife Gus. I think I can already get this one from Grey Rat. This I can get. Follow a saber, no. I could get the Uchigatana. Yeah, let's get the Spyhander. Let's get the Astora Greatsword. Lothric Knight Greatsword, no, I can't access it yet. Black Knight Greatsword, I can access it, but I don't want to use it. Flamberge I already have. Fidra Knight Greatsword, Farron Greatsword. I can get the Farron Greatsword, and honestly it wouldn't be that bad. Okay, but I do need to open the wiki and see how many see the weight of weapons, because I still want to get use out of Flynn's ring, obviously. So I wanted to look at curved sword. I'll be honest, there was the curved, the Rotten Grew curved sword. I might try to use that because it's a weapon that I really, really like ever since the ever since the NG+7 run. So yeah, Painting Guardian. Yeah, Rotten Grew curved sword is very light. The Scimitar is 2.5. What was the Showtail? Or the... Oh, the Showtail. It's 2.5 as well. But it has... Oh yeah, it has less scaling. But it has more base damage. And shield pierce is whatever. Okay, actually, I have an idea. I'm going to use the Rotten Grew curved sword on what's its name? On old Demon King. I don't know why I struggled this much to find its name. Okay, if I had the Farron Greatsword, what is it going to give me? It's going to give me the +5 version, which is the maxed out, I think. And yeah, no, I don't think... I mean, on technicality, I can. But you know what? I'm just going to keep it for later. That's it. I'm gonna keep it for later. It's fine. It's fine if it's a +5. I'll keep it for later. Yes, so I wanted the Rotten Grew curved sword, so... The list is kind of weird because it's sort of sorted by weapon type, but also DLC, but also weird. Like I have every curved sword except the Rotten Grew curved sword for some reason. Very confusing, if you ask me. Fimuji, yes, no. Stormruler, no. Butcher's Knife, Dragon Slayer's Axe. I need to start reading and comprehending what I'm looking at. Oh, trying Osiris with the Dragon Slayer Great Axe, that might be the play. Because Osiris is going to be an issue. Man Serpent Hatchet. Demon's Great Axe. Demon's Great Axe kinda tempts me, but I don't know on which enemy I want to use it. Mace. I could get the spiked mace. No, I can't say. Rotten Grew Spear, no, that's not what I want to look for. Bag, Javelin, Ring Knight Spear. It's so messy. I have zero idea why it's like that. Can you buy the Pontiff Knight Greatscythe? I think it's only the curved sword. Great Corvian Scythe, we saw the unfortunate things. Wing Knight Albert, sure, why not? I kinda wanted to have that at some point. No, that's not going to be useful, that I can't. The claws I'm not going to bother with. That's the whip. And these are catalysts, what? Did I skip through it? No, because there's no paired weapons here. Why are some paired weapons here? What is that order? And now it's the shields! And I still have not seen the Rotten Grukeft sword. And you better believe that after all that... No, I mean armors. Wait. Like, if I tap Rotten Grew... Rotten Grukeft sword. That was weird. That was certainly weird. And I could not find it. Because it's in the middle of the straight swords. That's the weird part. I'm trying to think about what left. I want the dark sword. And I think so far that's about it. In terms of a weapon that I could be thinking of. Okay, so for Volnir... do I use something funny for Volnir, now that I think about it? Because... Oh yeah, but I don't have enough slots. Okay, I need to look at what Volnir is weak to. Because he's weakest to magic, but I don't have any magic buff that I can acquire. Because I only have one ring slot. I mean one ring slot, one slot for spells. Volnir. Fire is fine. Okay, so I'll do that with fire. Fire is fine, apparently, so... Perfect for me. Also, the reinforced club is quite light, so that's going to be nice. And I can put the Pontiff's right eye. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna give myself a bit more levels. I shouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the
Mostly because I'm using single scaling weapons. Oh, yeah, no, right. I know what I could use that money for the infusions. For the potential weapon I might use. Infuse weapons. So, Cathedral Knight Greatsword. It's not that bad in Refined, but heavy it is. Rotten Good Curved Sword, just because I can think about it now. Oh, it's actually this. Interesting. Spiked Mace. Oh shit, I'm out of money. What was the other one? Oh, I need to upgrade the Great Club. Do I have enough to upgrade the Great Club? Probably not. Yeah, it cost a bunch to upgrade that weapon. Only in case of despair. Only in case of despair that I will deal with using that. Okay. Time to end the shenanigans and continue onwards. You shall face my wrath! I have a club, bitch! Honestly, I'll try to do Tarkus just for shit and giggles. Because I need to die anyway in order to reset my HP. Well, never mind. I guess I don't need to do that. I guess it's unnecessary. I know it's kind of a shame that I'm using this weapon against an enemy that cannot bleed. But honestly, there's probably many weapons that's just going to be missed. I know what I should have upgraded. I forgot about the Great Wooden Hammer. Nice try, idiots. Nice job, idiots. Nice kukri, idiot. I'm only going to do it once because, you know, I kind of want to just traverse the map. It's not like the catacombs of Carthus are particularly long. It's just, you know, for the RP of it. Just for the sake of shenanigans. Get bamboozled. Look at them. Look at them bones. Them bamboozled bones. Okay, time for Volnir. So the only thing I need to make sure is not to step into the fog because that will kill me. The fog is probably the most likely thing to kill me. The least likely thing to kill me is actually Volnir himself. I need cheat engine and I need... So I can close the... I can close this. Coordinates and teleport, I'm just gonna leave that here. And health is going to be... What do you want? Okay. The first time I can actually enter the boss room without any issues. It's just that after that I will need to buff at a different time. Oh my god, he used his hand faster than I anticipated. That's my bad. Uh... Oh, we teleport you here. Interesting. Okay, can I attack his hand or am I too close? Perfect. Okay. Problem solved. I was worried about Volnir. But honestly, now that it occurs to me that you can just eat him regularly, it's not that big of a deal. Oh shit, I didn't mean to skip the cutscene, but whatever. What fucking ever. Okay. So, to note that, Vornir was done with the reinforced club. I wrote the reinforced blob. Okay. So now time to go to the demon ruins. Actually, let me just unlock the bonfire and send Greyrat so I can do something else. Also, let me use a weapon real quick for the bridge doggo. Gonna use a bridge doggo. Might be kind of a waste to use that, but okay. My dark sword is not probably going to be the best, but it's still probably fine. Where's the fire? There's the fire. Also, I need to go to Firelink Shrine anyway because I need to spend those levels. So yeah, I'll spend the levels. I'll infuse the weapon first and then I'll spend the levels. Infuse weapon. So yeah, that's refine. That's refine, alright. It probably would have been more heavy because I'm gonna two-hand it, but actually, I didn't know that it was only the heavy attacks that were changed. Okay, so let's level up.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the
Ashen One, you have such huge, you have such a huge sheen. It's very silly. It's really sad that they have not given us a unbroken version of the Dalebone Spear. Really a shame, in my opinion. No need for teleport, I just need to set the HP to the nice number. Charcoal pine resin, power within. Doggy. Well, was that a waste of a weapon? But hey, at the very least I got to use the unique heavy attack. Oh! Right. I forgot. So it leaves me with 17 HP. That's interesting. So I actually don't need 121 HP. I need a bit less. I need like 107 HP would be still working, but it's fine. I'm not I'm not that far-fetched on maximizing damage at all costs. Yeah, so central refill means that I can send Grey Rats to die. Because I don't need Grey Rats in Lothric Castle, because he only gives crossbow bolts.
Oh, if what?
I just wanted to check something real quick. It does sell large arrows. I'm gonna buy his stock.
Goodbye, Tuesdays.
Yeah, goodbye. Because I haven't saved the other one, so screw that. Okay, and now I'll go back and go to Demon Ruins. I haven't thought about what I could get from Demon Ruins. I could get the Dragon Slayer bow, which gives me an idea. To use the Dragon Slayer bow um, on Ancient Wyvern. Because it's not like it's going to be a particularly difficult fight. You just literally stand in one place and fire arrow until the enemy dies. It's not going to be the arrow fight, it's just that I figured it'd be very funny to do that. Because there's not much things interesting about just using Can you all die, please? Thank you. Jeez. The only reason I'm taking that is because I wanted to see how heavy the Old Sage blindfold is. Huh. Does it fit me? Oh my god, only the chin. Only the chin actually gets the chin and the patchy beard. Okay, I will sacrifice damage for the drip. Because I find that hilarious. Sorry, worm. This time I won't have to kill you. Hey, I recognize those moves. Those are the ice worm moves. What do you mean the game Armored Core 6 was released later? So, I forgot to write that Sullivan's Beast Bridge was done with the Dark Sword. And now to think about what I do next. Well, I'm going to do ODK, so I'm just gonna equip the refined Rotten Root Curved Sword, because it's a very good weapon. Honestly, it's one of those rare situations where I'm so close to the boss room that I could just walk to the room each time I reset. It's not that big of a deal. I just need to set my HP to 121. Oh, yeah, right. No charcoal pine resin. Because it's gonna resist that. That's a thinker. What do I use? I guess I still have the gold pine resin. I'm gonna use the gold pine resin. Because otherwise I'm not using anything. Be real. Gold pine resin, power within. Swap, and let's go. Okay, that's bad. That's actually bad. I hope it was less than 17 damage, but I think that's probably more. Well, never mind, because I died anyway. What the fuck? What? That hits me from here? Okay, that's a new one. What the fuck? It was aggro immediately upon entering the room. It was already walking. That's interesting. And also I ran out of gold pine resin. So you know what? Let's not use it. Let's do it raw. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, now I've learned my lesson. I actually need to be here. No! Oh my god, what kind of cruel fate was this? I was stuck within the armor. Okay. So now Grey Rat is officially dead. I just need to get his corpse.
Welcome our speak. Very well, then take no. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations of disparity, elucidated by fire. Farewell, Ashen One, may the
Okay, so let me write just ODK rotten grew curved sword. So I have a couple options on what the next boss could be. Because it could, well, it's either Pontiff Sullivan, Dancer, Yom, or Frida. I'm trying to think about what weapon I would want to use against Yom. I guess technically I do want to see how a maxed out Storm Ruler with FlynnTSR setup actually does to Yom, but there's like one problem with that, is that it would be fucking boring. However, I must say, it's a technicality. It's not really relevant. I must say that because I have done Volnir and I have access to Irithyll, it means that I have access to Irithyll Dungeon, which means that I have access to the Xanthus Ash, which means that now I have access to infinite Pale Pine resin. I think I have infinite all of the resins, because I can always get patches later. So I'm in a position where I am no longer locked by any boss to get any resin, so I'm gonna get all of them. Item gib, and the item is, so there's the Pale Pine resin, which funnily enough is going to be useless. Because it turns out nothing is more weak to magic than anything else after that. Human pine resin. I can get it. Gold pine resin. Okay. So now that's sorted, let's unlock the bonfires and make some progress. You may be wondering, why am I casting Power Within outside of a fight? And it's because Power Within actually gives you more stamina regen, and I realized that my stamina regen is at base. Well, that's one way to get rid of my buff. At least I got the bonfire, so it's fine. Wait, isn't Greyrat supposed to be around here? I don't remember where he's supposed to die. Oh, well. Question answered. It's okay, I just wanted to see if I would be able to open the Pontiff shortcut, not that it's ever relevant. The good thing about Pontiff Sullivan is that it doesn't actually move until you move in within the cathedral, so I could just walk to the boss fight and immediately walk through the door whenever I want to do it. So let's progress through Everfield Dungeon then. Okay, so I'll show how to skip a refill dungeon. Like I know there's like a different setup you could do, but that's the most consistent way by far that I found to skip a refill dungeon. Like I'm going to give myself a ring, but it's only because I've not acquired the ring anyway, which is the cat ring. Cat ring. Shit, how is it called? It's not cat ring. It's silver cat ring. It's silver cat ring. There you go. Like I would have been able to acquire it anyway, because you just need to do the invasion with a series of the Sunless round, the invasion of Creighton, and defeat Creighton, and she gives that to you as a reward. It's just that I don't have it because I don't want to backtrack and do the thing. I'm gonna try with light roll, but I've done it with middle roll, so it's fine. There you go. That's how you do it. With light roll, it's actually easier because you can just use the distance given to you by the roll to clear the gap. Because otherwise, you need to run towards the wall, and you need to run towards the wall. Shit. And you need to jump, which is a bit harder than it looks to do because it's very easy to accidentally run off the wall. Although I think you can also just run off the wall. It's just that you need to have a head start, which is why it's complicated. But you could also do what I've done and just light roll through that. I don't know how much vigor and dexterity you need to actually survive the fall without the ring. Probably not that much. Also, something really sad for Yom. I'm going to display it because I want to display it, but something for Yom is that it actually worked. That's interesting. I fully expected it not to work for Yom because the thing with Yom is that, well, the sorry, I have brain lag this morning. I woke up early. The thing with Yom is that the boss room is very low compared to where you are, but for some reason it worked. So I guess it's not. I guess it's not actually going lower. I think it's just crossing a death plane. Like if you cross a death plane, you die upon teleporting. But if you are below where you want to go, you're very unlikely to hit a death plane anyway. Whereas when you're above, yeah, no, like are there really no death planes between all of that? And it's just I guess you don't need them because the fall is going to kill you regardless if you fall there. So I guess they don't need death planes here because just the fact of jumping from too high is going to kill you regardless. That's interesting. That's interesting to learn. So Yon, I will get the Ornate Ring because it will be useful. But now for which weapon to use against Yon? That's a good question because I have a couple of ideas. I have the Great Axe as an idea. I have the Cathedral Knight Greatsword. What else? I have the axe of the Wig Knight Halberd. I don't really know actually what I want to use against Yom. Actually, I think I'm just going to use the Cathedral Knight's Greatsword. And also, one question that goes through my mind is, do I even need um, do I even need this? Do I even need uh, do I even need power within? Like I know the thing is that I probably won't be able to use anything else, but I guess again the goal is not it's not power within FlynnTSR. It's just FlynnTSR. So I'll only use power within early in the fight. Yeah, let's think of it this way. It's not big deal. Ah, that's sad. Oh, really? Not gonna lie, I made that move because I expected him to enter phase 2. But turns out I got the topple too early, so he... Oh my god, what am I doing? I got the topple too early, so I just accidentally... And also I hit the legs because I thought I was hitting the arms. Oopsie, we call that an oopsie. Okay, so that's Yom the Giant Dawn. Honestly, later I think I'm going to try and respawn the boss. And this time do it with the Storm Ruler. But honestly, it might have taken me less time to do it with this weapon than with the Storm Ruler. I could be wrong though. Anyway, let's go to Pontiff. So, Yom, Cathedral, Knights, Great Sword. How good is my Pontiff knife? Pontiff knife? Pontiff? Ha! Pontiff Knight. No, Lothric Longspear. But it's not +6, so I need to adjust that. Technically, I can get it to +7. So I'll allow myself that. Though the true +9, I'd say I'll probably allow +10 once I reach Archdragon Peak. But that involves reaching Archdragon Peak first, which I have not yet so far. I'm too lazy to open cheat engine to I'm too lazy to open cheat engine to just upgrade the weapon. I mean to get myself chunks. So I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to use the spear.
Ah, gracious and awfully almost as if. Oh, I'm sure.
So what weapons does he get? I think he gets the Lothric Knight Greatsword. Pontiff Knight Scuffed Sword. One star. Lothric Knight Long Spear. Glaive. Crescent Axe, okay. And of course the arrows.
Ashen one.
Okay. So let's keep leveling up.
Then take. Farewell, Ashen me.
I could take the opportunity to level up a bunch of other weapons with the remaining souls that I have. Because what do I have that I still not used? I still have not used the Celestial Twin Blades. The Brigand Axe I did try, I just did not find a moment to use it. Same goes for the Hand Axe. Same goes for the Great Club. And the Partisan too. Man, I've really been slacking off on some of these weapons. Actually, can't I keep this weapon for like Reader or something? Like, I want to use it, but the problem is I need to use it at the right moment. No, I know what I'm gonna use for Frida. Frida, I'm gonna use a bad weapon, and I'm probably going to be using the axe. The Wing Knight Twin Axes. So after Dancer. For Dancer... I want a weapon with a horizontal swing. Maybe it's a Zweihander. Yeah, maybe I'll use the Zweihander. Or I'll use my favorite weapon, which is the Great Machete. It's also an option that I am considering. Travel to Church of Yoshka. And let's do Pontiff. I'm not gonna try and parry Pontiff. I just don't want to. So. Oh shit, I don't have the right amount of health. Honestly, I'm curious to see what's gonna happen, but what will happen is that I'll probably die to my own, I'll probably die to my power within. Okay, 432 on a dodge attack is very good. But what's even better is the fact that it got rid of my buff. I do want to see, however, Pontiff Sullivan. think he's weak to pretty much everything. Oh, dark is useful against him. Yeah, you know what? Let's change a bit. Let's use human pine resin for once. Okay. So Pontiff, I need to enter the room before I get aggroed. And then I need to set my HP to 121. I've done the exact same mistake. Oh my god, I was stuck running. That's annoying. That's always annoying. Like in those situations, you just don't want to move and only roll at the last moment, but... Also, I have the Ornate Ring, it's useless, I need the Leo Ring, that's going to be more useful. Not gonna lie, I'm kinda tempted to just parry him instead. But of course! Of course! How could I forget? Of course! Of fucking course! I forgot to set my HP to 121. Okay, I don't know the parry timing and I was distracted. Yeah, because the parry timing is probably a bit shorter on this weapon. And the jumping is actually going to give me a gap closer, so... Way to go! I have my solution. I just need to land the parry. Or do I try the parry? Is also the question. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna do some runs. I just want to see what's the parry window for this attack. Okay. So the parry window I was initially thinking of is not it. Okay, I tried to parry earlier, but it was not the right timing again. Oh my god! Wait, I think the parry actually works. I think the parry actually works if I do that. No, it doesn't. Okay, so I did not parry anything. Well, that's a disappointment. Okay, finally. Okay, this is not the fight for this weapon. I'm gonna keep it for later. Brigand Twin Dagger, so I get rid of it. You know what? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try to parry Pontiff all the way. Scripts. So dagger. Dagger at level 6. That is sharp infused. And a buckler. That's probably going to be also sharp for some reason, because it probably... Yeah, you can actually enchant to sharp. Not that it matters, because I'm obviously trying to do something random. I actually need the buckler here and the pyromancy glove here. Because I only need to buff once. Wait, but I would actually need... Yeah, no, I need the buckler to be here and the Morion blade to be here, so I can use the Morion blade while I'm reposting. And then the dagger. And that does make for a quite light build. Okay. So let's teleport. Let's set the HP to the right amount. I forgot to swap out. Oh, it's led to phase 2 immediately. That's very unfortunate because I nearly killed the clone there. But honestly, I think it probably didn't matter because I don't think I was in RTSR range anyway. But if it did, well, that's very unfortunate. Oh, my brain turned off. I did block it, but I buried too late. Oh no! But actually, that gives me an idea. That actually gives me an idea. What if I use both? I use both Pontiff's right eye. Like, it's going to give me a shorter power win, but the fight is going to be short anyway, so it's probably not going to matter. So 121. Oh my god. I could not see the attack because of the clone. But I got the strat, I got the strat. It's 100% workable. It's even better because the power within gave me my buff at the moment I needed it. Oh my god, I walked into it. I'm such an idiot. I'm such a moron. That's very sad. And I think one of the reasons why it's very sad is because I forgot to two-hand my weapon. I need to try at least once. I need to try at least once to get the parry with the Morian blade out. Not like this. Oh, I did it so early. can't swap. I can't swap fast enough. That's very annoying. I'm gonna be stubborn and I'm gonna try to do that until I manage to do at least one. That's all I need. I'm willing to finish the fight after that, even if I don't get it. That's totally fine. He actually doesn't see me. That's very funny. I was so focused on getting the Morion blade as soon as I possibly can that I failed the timing. There you go. That's what I'm seeking. That's very sad. That's unbelievably sad. That's very sad. That fucking kick input. I fucking hate that. The only moment I actually get the riposte with the Morion blade, I get the fucking kick input. Honestly, the remainder of the fights, I kinda want to do it with another weapon. Because the dagger does nothing after that. Honestly, yeah, no. I want to keep it clean. Let's keep it clean. Let's not be silly. I did get my super parry at least. There you go. And back to Filing Shrine. And honestly, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I've done a bunch of bosses. And Aldrich, I think, is going to be a complicated case. So I'm going to reserve that to a moment where I'm not likely to tilt after having done much of everything else. Genuinely, Aldrich, there is a possibility that I skip Aldrich and go to Dancer immediately. Because after Dancer and after Osiros, I would allow myself to get any +10 weapon and then come back to Aldrich with a +10 weapon because I'm genuinely very scared about what could happen against Aldrich. Aldrich is like very hostile to what I'm trying to do.
Welcome us. Very then take. Farewell.
Because there's many things that Aldrich can do that can one-shot me. Well, one-shot me. Do cheap damage to me. Like, the enemy is cheap damage because I can't tank cheap damage, obviously. And typically something that's going to kill me is Aldrich's Aldrich's cheap damage. In phase 1, the worst is probably the small magical projectile that he summons. That are going to be very annoying. But it's mostly phase 2 with the fucking lingering fire. That's going to be the death of me, I think. And I don't think there's any other boss that leaves shit in the ground as much as Aldrich. I think Aldrich is genuinely going to be very difficult. So I am honestly considering skipping Aldrich and coming back when I'm much stronger, because I'm that scared of Aldrich. Pontiff was made with the dagger. Eventually skip Aldrich until stronger. Because genuinely, I do not want to deal with Aldrich. It sounds so much pain. Like, I know which weapon I want to do Aldrich with. I'm probably going to do it with the winged scythe, and I'm still definitely going to try to do some attempts on him. It's just that I'm not getting my hopes up. Oh, funny, it's actually a good refined weapon. I would have expected it to be a good strength weapon, but that's actually very convenient. I do need a bit of soul, so I'll be having that. Because here I would lose 10 at the left, but I get more than 10 on the right, so that's refined for sure. Another question, where am I going to use the Lothric Clonk Spear? Also, if I do Dancer, it means that I'll have access to the Winged Knight Twin Axes, which is a very good option to keep in mind. Maybe not for Aldrich, but for any boss. Possibly the harder bosses. And actually, I'm going to clean my stats a bit with whatever I've left. That's the kind of stats we want to see. So anyway, I'm going to end the stream here. It was a fun... It was a fun stream. Like, every boss fight was, in its own right, fun. Well, to be fair, Abyss Watchers and ODK... not Abyss Watchers, Volnir and ODK weren't amazing, but I did not expect them to be, but I don't need them to be. I could have picked something... Like, honestly, no, I'm glad I picked the Rotten Grew Curved Sword for ODK, because if I'd picked anything worse, it could have gone very wrong for me. So I'm glad I did not listen to the snail in my ear that tells me to do some dumb shit. So yeah, Abyss Watcher was fun. Yeah, right. I need a boss that I can do with bow. I mean, I guess technically on Aldrich it would be okay to do it with bow, but maybe I should reserve that for something else. The thing is, which something else? That's a good question because uh, what could I fight with a bow? Because the thing is, if I use a bow, I'd be able to snipe Eldritch's torso and keep myself at a distance, preventing myself to being on fire. That's actually a very interesting question. That's a very interesting situation because I don't see any other boss where a bow would be remotely okay. Like, because it's gonna probably suck ass against Dragon Slayer armor. It might be okay against blue cuttlefish dragon Osiris. It might be somewhat okay, or the insta charge becomes hard to deal with anyway, and I'm gonna try to spam as much damage as I possibly can. I don't know actually. I don't know. Because on Golden Deer it's gonna suck. On Ancient Wyvern I already had the idea of using the Dragon Slayer bow. It's not the Dragon Slayer bow, it's the Dragon Rider bow. Um, Against Nameless King, no. Against Frida, definitely not. Against Demon Prince, maybe, but I'm really not so sure. Against Gear, certainly not. Against Half-Light, certainly not. Actually, Gale is probably the finest among all of these. Gale is the one you would... It'd be reasonable to do bow against Gale, but that'd be very funny. But honestly, bow against Gale is a fun idea. I'll be thinking about that. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream now. I need to stop yapping. Bye-bye.